If you were driving through the village of Pemberville, you probably noticed it was a little darker than usual. That's because the village has been without power for most of the day.
Yeah, Ryan Lucien, he is in studio with us tonight. He went to Pemberville to check this all out. So why was the power off? What were they doing?
The Pemberville turned off the power so they could safely turn off the power from an old station to a newer station. And that way they can make electrical changes and repairs on their watch and with public's previous knowledge.
It was a dark day for those in the village of Pemberville, and it wasn't just the gloomy weather. For a few hours, Pemberville was without power, so the village could get a new substation. For the last year, the village has run on one substation as they build a new one. Today,
we're putting our north substation back online today. We're powering up all the new and balancing it with the other substation.
Mayor of the village of Pemberville, Carol Bailey, says their previous substation was 70 to 80 years old, so they had to build a new one. To get the power up and running, power had to be turned off for a few hours. While it's inconvenient to have the power turned off for a time, it's better than an unplanned outage.
An unscheduled shutdown is a threat. We need that redundancy between the two, and we just need to keep our infrastructure up to date so that we can function.
Luckily, the village gave people a heads up on the maintenance, giving local business owners like Todd Sheets a chance to prepare.
We've had a lot of folks that had scheduled pickups for today. I think the word is out, so there isn't a lot of traffic, but we are here for those that had orders and pickups, and of course then we'll be here when the power comes back on.
Most of the businesses downtown were closed, and people took advantage of the warmer weather and went outside of town, but those who stayed were able to cope.
We had notification, the village certainly tried to help us out. Of course, it's never a great time. Thank goodness it's not super cold today.
Because Mayor Bailey believes that people understand what needs to be done to keep Pemberville running.
I think people just understand what it's going to take to make this right and are willing to make that sacrifice for one day to keep Pemberville powered for the future.
Now the power is supposed to be back up and running now as of 4 p.m. Reporting in studio, Ryan Lucien, WTOL 11.